Symphonic metal fans, welcome to the channel. This is Custom Creator. I'm OGL Schmitt. So today we are going to be doing a suggestion from the channel's new friend, Russ in Canada. Russ is a super cool dude. We met him on the Discord of a band called Freeze to Fall. And if you like great female vocals, Freeze to Fall is a fantastic band to check out. They're very young, less than 2 years into their career. They're making great work. Their musicianship and compositional abilities are far beyond their years. Definitely check them out when you get a chance. But on the reaction to Epica's Obsessive Devotion, Russ suggested the band Ad Infinitum and the song I Am the Storm. I'm not familiar with Ad Infinitum. That word means again and again, the same way, forever. So it could be discussing AC/DC songwriting or Steven Seagal's acting range. It's probably more of a philosophical statement on the nature of the universe. But I am familiar with Ad Infinitum's singer, the lovely Melissa Bonney, because if you're a metal fan, for a while she was everywhere. She's done songs with Camelot. She was on The Charismatic Voice for a Tea Time. Done songs with Dynasty, with Foyer Swans. She has another band called Dark Side of the Moon, which does metal covers of songs from TV and movie and video game soundtracks, which is an awesome idea. So yeah, I mean, some of you probably haven't heard of some of those bands, but she's been around. So I'm going in here pretty much blind, but Russ, I'm trusting you on this. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Let's check out Ad Infinitum. I Am the Storm. It's fitting because we've had some crazy weather here the last couple of days. All right. There. There are worse shots to open with. Okay, I'm sorry. Quick pause, but I like how some bands, Tool's a great example, will take a slow intro and they'll build and build and build and just take their time. This felt like it was going to do that. It had this nice, slow, melancholy intro. And then like 20 seconds in, it's like the band were like, heck with it, and just blast off into the stratosphere. And the drums are pounding and the guitars are shredding. It's a cool way to open. It definitely gets your attention. It's a very rapid fire exchange of dynamics. All right, promise I'll let the song go a little bit longer this time. Start over. Plus I get to see that image again. So A lot of dynamics already being employed. You had the soft intro, the blast off, then they draw it back again and have that almost folksy acoustic guitar. And her voice it's beautiful. She's referred to as a mezzo soprano, the same as Simone from Epica. She is using a lot more of her lower register, which Simone does not do nearly enough of, quite frankly. Uh, but it does help. I like the little details that separate these bands. Um, so yeah, she's singing in a lower voice. Her it's so fluid and so clear. And meanwhile, the drums are just blasting. I mean, when you first started, you had the acoustic guitars. It's like the drums were almost tribal. But then the electric guitars started entering, and yeah, they started getting they brought the noise, as Anthrax or Public Enemy would say. And then all of a sudden the drums are just blasting, but like the vocal melody's keeping the same cadence. So it's almost like a folk song that was strapped to a rocket ship. I do like how, in the midst of all this sound and fury, they drop all of that, they pull it all back when she sings "I Am the Storm." And I loved I loved everything about how she sang, how she pronounced, just how she ran through that phrase. You would expect it to be sort of like shouted or screamed defiantly, but nope, they cut everything down, and she sang it just beautifully. So let's keep on going here. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. It's those drums are just relentless. Let's keep on going. Get my face out of the way.
Dark gray clouds all around. Ice cold winds, but I am just fine. All I see, the dreams hid, leave the cries behind. I can kill my demons with a smile. Nothing will stand in my way as I embrace my destiny. No, your arrows will not bring me down. You're just a noise, a whisper in the night. My heart beats harder than the thunder, harder than the thunder. Fire, I am born, I am the
Right, obviously a big shift is coming here. That second verse I liked because they did a similar build, but the sonics were a little bit different. It's actually a lot more sparse. There's very little going on except her voice, which again allows it to sort of expand. You can appreciate just the beauty of her tone. And it ended up in the exact same place though, with those thundering drums and those chugging guitars in the background. And then, you know, uh, she's going into her death metal vocals, which she's Beauty and the Beast. It's cool, but it's always jarring when you first see it. I also like Melissa was a gymnast, I believe, so she's really good. Her body language is very expressive. She's can sort of draw you in just with how she moves, in addition to her amazing voice. But I'm going to back that up a little bit because I definitely want to hear that transition. But yeah, you might want to see. Pretty sure Melissa's easier on the eyes than I am. A little bit. Mouth shape, trademark Elizabeth Jaroff.
I opened my eyes to a brand new world. I
that was actually a fascinating song in terms of its composition. I like how even the video sort of returned to the beginning. It's like it started showing her in the water, sort of reclining with her arms spread, and here you sort of showed her entering the water and ending up in that same position. The reason I bring that up is because the visual kind of mirrors the song, where there's a lot of sort of returns, like restarts, I guess, or resets. Um, I like how every time she sings "I Am the Storm," it's slightly different. The second time, it was much more aggressive, much fuller, and that led right into the chunky groove and the death metal vocals. That was a pretty quick transition, and then that ended and like right into near silence, acoustic guitar, beautiful clean vocals. If I have a complaint, like I like how things are slightly different each time they do it, but you got to be careful not to overdo that transition. If you keep doing that, it becomes monotonous. It loses its effect. I think Epica is like a masterclass on how to do that well. Even if they do it a couple of times in the song, it always hits. I think that's because Mark really definitely knows how to compose those things, and Simone's voice is just perfect for that entrance. After like a big heavy moment. Uh, but like in and of themselves, I love how the band took these transitions and made subtle adjustments each time. Uh, how one time it starts with the acoustic guitar and builds up to the tribal drums and the chugga chugga, and boom, there's a soaring chorus. And then like more of it drops out. It's just I think maybe orchestra and Melissa's voice, and that builds up again. And but then instead of the music dropping out for the I Am the Storm, it gets more intense. I enjoyed that. And then, when the music peaks in intensity, once she's got the monster vocals going, then it all drops out and you get the serene beauty of the song. And then, boom, one last chorus to fly you away. Very well done. I'm intrigued. Not quite as polished as a band like Epica, but I think maybe even just the sort of the sheer bombast of their sound is appealing. Uh, Again, I think as they mature, I think because this was a while back, I think as they mature as a band, they'll know how to milk those transitions better. But yeah, I am impressed with what I saw. A lot of room to make some amazing things happen for this band. So Russ, if you know any other cool Ad Infinitum songs or any other songs with Melissa, uh, I'm game. Uh, Rest of you guys, same thing. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Think I was wrong in my assessment? What symphonic metal bands do you like? What bands do you think do that transition? That super heavy to super light. Who do you think does that really well? Very curious. But yeah, it definitely took you on a journey. It took you on multiple journeys. And now that I think about it, the bad name Ad Infinitum. It's talking about repeating something. So maybe that song was almost like going through this journey and making subtle adjustments each time, but ending up in the same place. So for all I know, like what I was criticizing them for somewhat may very well have been intentional. If that's the case, that's actually pretty interesting. That's a very nice bit of philosophically minded composition. So it's interesting. Wasn't thinking of that all the way through. Let me check the lyrics here real quick. And yeah, it's about embracing who you are, embracing what you want to do, and not letting anything stop you. I am the storm. I am the force of nature. So in order to become that, there's a lot of trial and error. So maybe that's what all of those you know audio resets were about. All right, I'm starting to babble now. This was a really good song, guys. There's links to support the channel. Uh, we have a Patreon. We have channel memberships. They're both very affordable. Some very cool exclusive content in there. We have a Discord. It's completely free. We could always use some more loud, passionate voices. And let's talk music in the comments. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Music is your best support group. Listen to it frequently. In fact, dare I say, listen to it ad infinitum. All right, guys. Thank you very much. See you around. Custom Creator out.